Good afternoon, and I've come down to Ravenscar for a little afternoon fossil hunt. So the tides are a bit rubbishy and quite small as well actually, but you never know, sometimes you can find some good stuff. So hopefully nobody's been here this morning. You can never guarantee that, but you never know, it could be okay. So it's the only part of the Yorkshire coast where we've got the upper beds of the Bifrons, the variability zone where the Horgies are, the Thuerent zone where the Grammoceros are, and there's in a few beds higher than that which generally the ammonites aren't very well preserved, but they can be there, so expansive zone kind of thing. Amatoceros, Pseudo Grammoceros, there's all sorts, but yeah, we'll have to see if we can find something interesting first. It's looking reasonably nice, a little bit of a breeze, not too bad. It's always a bit chillier up here than it is further down as we get down onto the sea level. It's its own little microclimate as Ravenscar. It's always at least 5 degrees warmer once we get down here and around this corner. We've made it onto the beach, so not that much showing at the moment, but the tide's going out, so I'll have a few hours here. So normally what I do is have a look at this area first, go over the rocks, have a good look round that end, and then as the tide's going out come back and have a look at this bit. But yeah, I'm not expecting to find too much today because I don't think conditions have been the best, but you know, you never know what you're going to find. We'll have a little look and see. There's a lot of green stuff about, that's something I've noticed. Very, very slippy. But yeah, we'll take a little bit of care, especially over those rocks. Yeah, let's see what we can find. Now we've got the first find of the day, and it's absolutely gorgeous Pseudo. Well, I didn't know it were in the nodule, so obviously I give it a bash. So yeah, just caught a bit of the keel there, but that's going to be an absolute lovely one. That absolute lovely ribby Ravenscar Pseudo. Fantastic. Hopefully it's a bulbiense one because it was from a little cliff fall there from the upper bed, so yeah, hopefully it'll be a good one. We'll see. So, it's a Pseudo day today. Just saw that and thought, oh, that looks interesting, and look at that, Pseudo. It's got the natural mouth border, but all this is quite crushy. Body chambers usually are on these, but be a nice phragma cone from there, so yeah, it's a nice one for the bag, is that? Lovely. A few other bits and pieces around here as well. So middle there, I might just give that a tap. Actually, this caught my attention as well. I think that's just a shell though. No, it's just a shell. Yeah, a few little bits to find. A little Perinoceros there. There we go. A little bit worn, but you can see the nodes. So yeah, little Perinoceros. Should be all there, that pretty much, I think. Maybe a bit missing, hard to tell. But yeah, worth prepping for the middle. Right, just stepping over, and there's one there, look. Oh yeah, that's all there. It's only a small one, but very nice. Another little dac there. And it's over here I've seen something interesting. Yeah, there's something in there, but I think that's quite worn. Usually when they've got a line across like that, it means they're not all preserved very well. But we'll have a look and see, you never know. Okay, so spotted a little grand block there, look. You can see there's definitely one in there. Can't see any more though. Again, not sure whether to bother splitting that one or not, because yeah, could just be that one, who knows. Another little bit of Grammonoceros material there as well. That's possibly one there. That's probably worth a little bash. Yeah. We'll go and see. Don't see anything else. that big lump of Lithoceras. That would have been a big one. Shame the rest of it's not there. Love to find one of those. Oh, there's a lovely partial gram block. Bit of all sorts in there. Let's give it a tap, see if we can get a nice split on it. Big lump of wood and belemnite's washed up against it there. Oh, it's well and truly worn. They're all partials by the looks of it. Maybe that one's alright. Hard to tell. Let's try that side. Yeah, just all bits of partials all mushed together. Oh well, never mind. Find another one. Plenty to see in this bay, so we're not going to be short of material. Right, so I've just if it'll focus, I've just popped this little little Ildy. That's quite nice. Only small but good. And yeah, I've just seen this here, which is pyrotised gram block. So there's definitely one in there. You can see it goes round there, so that they usually do pop quite well then, but yeah, there's another one in there as well. So I'll just give it a bash and see if there's anything in it. Okay, so spotted a little gram block there, look. You can see there's definitely one in there. Can't see any more though. Again, not sure whether to bother splitting that one or not, because yeah, could just be that one, who knows. Another little bit of Granoceros material there as well. That's possibly one there. That's probably worth a little bash. We'll go and see. Don't see anything else.
Okay, on with the next. What we have here is another grey shales nodule with a tenicostatum, I believe. It's got a beautiful pyritic coat in there, and before I actually start to remove the matrix, I'm just going to put a thin coat of paraloid on that, see if I can keep most of it. Right, what we're going to do first is remove some of this centre, make sure it's there. We will get this all roughed out, rough ground, and then we'll finish the fat dac and this off together. Then we'll move on to the Perinoceros subarmatum. Here, I don't know if you can see this on camera, this is a microfracture that's opening up down here. If I continue as I am, we'll lose this, all this edge here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue that up, give it a couple of minutes and continue, and hope that it stays in place. See it wicking down. That should do us, hopefully. I'll just show you this. The centre is actually quite sticky. Look at the difference in the colour of the pyrite towards the outside. This is coming away quite easy. This is being difficult. You can see how this pyrite darkens, becomes sticky. I'm not sure if this centre is actually crystalline. We'll soon find out anyway. As you can see there, the pyrite is underneath, but I'll remove that with the air abrasive. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to have a quick look at the shell, then take the matrix down and slightly undercut the ammonite. Finished shaping the nodule, basic shape with a pen. I've cut just around the ammonite and the shell slightly to the depth that I need to go to. I can't really undercut this completely because there's a problem with the preservation on the back of the ammonite. I don't know whether it's been crushed or it's just not preserved properly, but I can't go any deeper than what I am there. That's it, or within a millimetre. The shell looks okay, so next we shall rough grind, and that will be it for now. Had a couple of questions over the last few weeks about the grinder I use. It's a 1/4 horse suspension grinder with interchangeable hand pieces. I have about 3 different hand pieces for it, although I prefer this one. It's very similar to the Fordham, American Fordham, or the Bosch suspension grinder. It's just a bit cheaper one. While we're on the subject, my pen is a standard Chicago pneumatic CP9361. The only difference between that and the standard is I've changed the nose bearing. This is an old nose bearing I had actually given me probably 20 years ago. It's a Ken Mannion nose bearing. The stylus, I think I've mentioned them before. I use a all one bodied solid piece stylus that I actually produce myself in the lathe. The tips are precision ground to whatever diameter I want them. next session will be the other deck, the fat deck, and this, finishing it off. We'll do the fine grinding, abrade them and put some sort of coating on. Then it will be on to the Perinoceros, I believe. Thanks for watching, guys.
Is anything in these? So no, shells. Split this one. You never know, might do it. We've had a catastrophe, and that was a partial anyway. Ah, oh well, never mind. It's been hard to find the grams today. Sometimes you come down in, there's absolutely loads, but not today. Ah, never mind. There's very little of anything in this end bay, and the sea foam is really making it difficult. But could be some signs in this bit. Again, hard to tell. I'll give it a split and see if there's anything worthwhile in it. Oh. Oh, we're not having much luck with these today. There's a gram there and it's busted. They are in it. There's any better ones. Let's see. Actually, they are pot luck, these sometimes. Whether they're going to split or not. And this one looks like it's another knot. Oh, yeah, tiny little one there, but if that's worth saving or not. Give this one another bash down, you never know. Sometimes they just split perfectly. Sometimes they're terrible. Yeah. No, not very good that one, unfortunately. Yep. Not good at all. Never mind. Carry on, try and find another one. Yeah, it's hard going. That sea foam really making it hard to see anything through the rocks in the rock pools. So, and then on the cliffs it's just all full of dirt. So obviously there's been some some clay falls as well. So really not easy today. That's all. See, like this, you can't see anything really. It's full of clay and dirt. So it's obviously been a set of rubbishy tides. So it hasn't really reached the this bit to wash it. And then you've got sea foam all over the place, just clagging up the shore. So there, well, got a little bit of a wander back this way, see if we can see anything, and then we'll head back to that first bay. Right, that's pretty much it for this end bay. So yeah, not a lot at all. One tiny little hildy, and a few tiny little gramo blocks which haven't broke very well. So we can head back. I'm going to do the lower route this time, so you can find out on the way back. But yeah, a bit disappointing. So yeah, Ravenscar's obviously been well and truly picked over for it to be this bad, because I normally find at least one or two decent bits in this bay, and there really is nothing. And I've been here a fair good while looking as well. So yeah, I think we're desperate for some falls here, I'm afraid. Some big falls. Although, you know, at some point they've got to give. Well, I'd say making my way back now. Sea's still quite rough actually, but yeah, a little gram block. So it's quite nice actually, this, because there's 1, 2, 3, at least 3 there. and then there's a little one there, there's a little one there, possibly another behind it. So yeah, bit of exploring with a pen, that could be quite a nice little block. So yeah, tempted just to give it a crack along there, but maybe one more crack and that'll be it. Well, as I'm sticking out of the sea foam, it's really making it difficult, is this sea foam, and it's a partial. Never mind. Right, it's scrappy Dac time. So, see one there, that's a partial. There's one there. A bit warm, but it's all there. One there. That one's all in there. Only small, but very nice. One there. Worth a tap, I suppose. Oop. One there. I think that's a bit flat, that one. Probably not very good. Yeah, I think that might be it. Just a little collection of Dacs all sat together. Again, sometimes where there's one there's more. So that's worn out. That's worn out. Oh, another one there. Again, might tap that in case there's a middle. Yeah. Amazing, you just get these little sections where there's just loads of stuff. Cool. Making my way along, almost back to the other bay now. So I think that might be another gram block. Oh, could be Pseudo as well. It could be nothing. I have to see. So we're going to have to give it a tap. See if there's all inside it. Let's give it a go. Oh, there's something in it. There's a little gram in there already. That's a good start. A small gram though. Let's see if we can get a bit more of it off. Pain. Bum. Tight. Oh, bits off. Come off, let's have a look. Once that gram popped out. Not too bad actually. Needs a bit of a clean up, but a little gram there. Really want it to pop off though. That's when it's this block to split. Show some more. Try again. See if we can. They're in here. A bit brushy. Come on. They really haven't split very well these blocks today. There we go. That's better. Oh, it split well, and it's not in it hardly. A tiny little gram there. A tiny little gram there as well. Tiny. Yeah, unfortunately it's full of this brown calcite stuff. It's sort of over calcified. They do get like that sometimes, but hey ho. Yeah, not so good that one, unfortunately. But no, never mind. Well, that little one probably will tidy up alright, that one. It's quite nice and iridescent as well. Another one down there, look. Oh. Again, quite seaworm, but you know, it'll have middle. Can go in the pocket. Yeah, just looking through the nooks and crannies, really. Yeah, you just keep your eyes out, and hopefully one or two nice little ammonites will turn up. Literally just turned the camera off and then just saw this. Oh, nice little hildie. Look at that. Beautiful. Something down there as well. Oh, it's just a partial. Again, another little partial there. There's always loads of bits and pieces in Ravenscar. Yeah, it's quite nice, quite like that. It's just finding the full ones that we want. Nice big full ones. Preferably big fat Catacolosaurus and Perinoceros sublamatum. You've got to be lucky to find those. Every now and then one pops up. Oh, I'll keep on looking. And that has, in fact, I think that has been one at one point, but it's well worn now. Is that a good one? Or is that a squished one? Come out. And up. Oh yes, that's a good one. Oh, that is a very nice Dac. Very nice Dac. Lovely. That'll be a lovely ammonite, that. Well, all in there. I've given Ravenscar a really good thorough searching. I really have. And yeah, it's definitely been a struggle. Definitely been a struggle to find good stuff. I think that Pseudo has probably saved the day. Because other than that, I've really not got much anything else nice. A few little bits. That's about it. There's something in there. I think it's another Pseudo, look. Yeah, another Pseudo. That should be quite nice, that. Cool. Definitely a Pseudo day for me today. Yeah, that's definitely all in there. Nice. This is out in the other one. I'll check in a second. Right, so let's have a look at the Ovipositorus band. See all these lovely nodules here, which mostly are empty, but every now and then one will pop loose and it'll have Ovipositorus in. So yeah, just checking the nooks and crannies really, see if I can see anything. But yeah, not seeing a lot, I've got to say. It's very, very slimy and weedy. Could be some bits down there, so we'll have a little look and get down without falling over. Yeah, double layer of pyrite skin nodules. They might be Ovipositorus band. They go up in the cliff, you can see them going up and along. It's actually the base of the Bifron subzone, so I think it's classed as jet rock, but it's actually in the Bifrons. But yeah, it's the last gasp, end of the line ammonite from Eleganticerus, Harpocerus, etc. And yeah, Ovipositorus was the end of the line. Doesn't have any successors. I've got a couple. They're quite rare ammonites, to be fair, but every now and then you can get lucky. There's a nodule, but it's been broken already. It's empty. I'm seeing a lot of nodules, to be honest. I'll have a look if I find anything and let you know. We're going to head back towards the other get down and go up where the seals normally rest, but at this time of year they're usually at peak. I might even have a peek round the corner as well at Winehaven. The last finds, some nice little grams there actually, quite well ribby as well, these ones, so that should be quite nice. Double, another one in there, so yeah, that should be quite nice as well. So yeah, a couple of nice grams. There is something in there which I'm quite interested in, so I might just crawl in and get that. Take a try. Gram block, but it's not. Right. Okay, moving on. So yeah, in winter I tend to avoid this beach bit here like the plague, because this is where basically the seals seem to like to live in winter. But in summer they all seem to like to go out towards the peak fault and stay away from this beach, so it does give us a chance to actually have a proper look, because there's loads of pebbles and you do find bits here, but yeah, I think it's just most of the year I don't bother. It's too much effort to try and sneak past 300 seals, so it's better to go back up the cliff top path, but and that's starting to get a little bit of growth on it now, so give it another month and that other path will be up to head height in bracken, so yeah, it's nice to be able to come this way. Yeah. A lot of nodules here from the Bifron zones. They tend to be quite light grey. Obviously had some weathering. And yep, you can see the peak stones there as well. You can tell we're in the jet rock here. It's the upper layers of the jet rock. Yeah, the big flat formations, peak stones, fairy stones. I think they've got all sorts of names. Yeah. Not a seal in sight. So yeah, we'll have a good rummage through this bit before making our way up to the top of the cliff, and yeah, hopefully we find one or two nice things. Fingers crossed. And there's the Dac. So three and that was a bit bigger, but there is a centre in there, so take that. Not so bad. One there, look. That one's a bit worn, so I'll give that a tap in a minute. See if there's a middle. Nope, nothing in there. A bit to look through. Yeah, the little fat chunky. Fortunately, it's missing that bit there, but yeah, chunky there, quite nice. That's us done for today. Heading up the cliff, just had one little submartum. I did tap it, so yeah, looks looks alright. And it's time to head up the hill. Let's put you on fast forward mode. And up we go. See if I can do it without dying. Already out of breath. Not a good sign. Hello. Blip. 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 Blip.
And you've made it to the very end of the video again. So if you haven't already subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video enough to stay to the bitter end. Yeah, and thank you very much for watching. So till next time, see you soon.